right, today we're going to talk primarily about area and perimeter. Remember, our big idea is that objects have attributes such as area and perimeter that can be used to compare objects. So we're going to actually be doing some comparing. Now, perimeter is the distance around the outside edge of a shape. One of the ways that you can find perimeter is you can add up all of the sides, or you can realize that the length on both sides are the same and the width on both sides are the same, and you could add just this length and this width and then multiply them by 2. So let's take a look here. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 long shape and 3 blocks wide shape. So to find the perimeter, it would be 7 plus 3 plus 7 plus 3. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. Or I could look at this and I could go, okay, 7 plus 3, and then multiply that by 2. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 times 2 is 20. 20 centimeters for perimeter, just centimeters for perimeter. All right, now area is the amount of two-dimensional space covered by a rectangle. So really it's the number of squares that are used to cover a 2D shape, two-dimensional shape, and it's the number of squares that are used to cover that surface. So to figure that out, we could count all of them. 7 plus another 7, 14, plus another 7 is 21. Or we could just multiply the length times the width, so 7 times 3, which would give us 21 centimeters squared. We would have to have that little 2 now to indicate that it's 2D squares that are covering that surface. All right, so if you could please now press pause and try to find the area and the perimeter of each of the following rectangles. Start with the perimeter of each, and then find the area of each. All right, let's take a look. So for the first rectangle, to find the perimeter, we would be looking the length times the width plus 2. So 5 plus 3, which is 8. 8 times 2 is 16, so 16 centimeters for the perimeter. Area is length times width, so 5 times 3. So this rectangle would have an area of 15 centimeters squared, making sure you remember that little 2. This rectangle below here, length times width again, perimeter is length plus width times 2 again. So 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 times 2, because there's 2 of each, is 12 centimeters squared. For area, it would be length times width. Our length is 4, our width is 2. 4 times 2, 8 centimeters squared, making sure you remember that little 2. For this rectangle, perimeter again is length plus width times 2, so 3 plus 3 does equal 6. 6 times 2, because there's another set over here, is also 12 centimeters. So interesting to see that these two rectangles do in fact have the same perimeter, although the shape is different. Let's check out the area. Length times width, 3 times 3, 9 centimeters squared. Sorry, that keeps moving. So this rectangle has a slightly larger area, and this rectangle has a slightly smaller area. Take a moment, try to find the area and the perimeter of each of these. And then take a moment and try to find the area and perimeter of each of these. All right, let's take a look. Again, perimeter equals length plus width times 2. So 4 plus 3, which is 7, times 2 gives us a perimeter of 14 centimeters squared. The area for the same rectangle, length times width, 4 times 3 is an area of 12 centimeters squared. Taking a look at the second rectangle on this page, again, perimeter, length plus width times 2, so 6 plus 2, which is 8, 8 times 2, which is 16, so 16 centimeters for the perimeter. Taking a look at the area, length times width, 6 times 2, which is 12 centimeters squared for the area. So in fact, these do in fact have the same area, but the longer skinny rectangle has a larger perimeter, and the more square-like rectangle has a smaller perimeter.